Soft people are often mistaken for weak people because they don't argue loudly. They don't dominate rooms. They don't need to be seen to be powerful. Soft people are only dangerous once they heal. Because healing doesn't make them harder, it makes them untouchable. Soft people are often misunderstood. They're seen as gentle, accommodating, easy to overlook. They're the ones who listen more than they speak, who feel deeply but don't perform it, who carry empathy without advertising it. And because of that, people assume softness means weakness. It doesn't. Softness is sensitivity, it's awareness, it's the ability to read rooms, moods, and energy without needing words. Before healing, that sensitivity often gets used against them. Soft people are conditioned to absorb, to excuse, to give the benefit of the doubt even when it costs them. They're taught to stay kind in situations that require firmness, to stay patient with people who never change, to stay quiet when something feels off. And for a long time, they do. Until one day, they stop. Healing doesn't harden soft people, it stabilizes them. And that's where the real danger begins with the narcissist. Because a healed soft person doesn't lose their empathy. They just stop abandoning themselves to maintain it. They still feel deeply. They still see nuance. They still understand people's wounds, but they no longer confuse understanding with tolerance. A healed soft person doesn't argue. They don't raise their voice. They don't need to dominate or intimidate. They just simply withdraw access. And that's unsettling to people who relied on their softness to avoid accountability. Because suddenly, the person who used to over-explain doesn't. The person who used to stay longer than they should have leaves early. And the person who used to carry emotional weight for everyone else puts it down. Not dramatically, not angrily, but quietly. And that quiet is powerful. Healed, soft people don't announce boundaries. They enforce them. They don't seek revenge. They choose distance. They don't expose you. They just stop protecting you, which is often worse. Because when a soft person heals, they take their emotional labor with them. Their patience, their grace, their willingness to smooth things over. And people feel that absence immediately. This is why healed soft people are often labeled cold, changed, or distant. Not because they are, but because they are no longer accessible in the same way. Their softness is now contained. They're no longer leaking energy into unsafe spaces. They're no longer making themselves smaller to be digestible. They're no longer available for manipulation masked as misunderstanding. And that makes the narcissist uncomfortable. Because healed softness sees everything and no longer negotiates with it. A healed soft person knows when silence is more effective than explanation, when walking away says more than arguing, when peace matters more than being perceived as nice. They don't need to punish. They don't need to prove a point. They let reality do the work. And that's why people who underestimate them feel blindsided. They expected compliance. They expected access. They expected emotional availability on demand. What they didn't expect was self-respect wrapped in softness. Healed, soft people don't fight for control. They opt out of dysfunction entirely. And once someone like that leaves your life, there is no dramatic ending, just clarity. Because the most dangerous thing about a healed, soft person isn't that they attack, is that they don't need to. They walk away whole, unbothered, and unreachable. If this video resonated with you and you would like to continue the conversation, feel free to subscribe to my channel. We have conversations surrounding confidence, boundary setting, jealousy, envy, and healing from narcissistic abuse. And don't forget to follow me on TikTok at AuthorAsh1. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.